going on, guys? So I got my hands on one of these motorcycle jump starters. Now I know it says jump starter, but this one is designed specifically for motorcycles. It's a GP29, and it's also, you can use it as a power bank. As you can see in this diagram right here, you have multiple connections that you can use. I'm going to go through what those connections are a little bit later in this video. I am going to turn the key on my motorcycle and just without having it running, you'll just have my headlights on, and we'll just time lapse. I'll set up my camera to be in a time lapse mode, and I'm just going to completely drain my battery, and time lapse is going to catch that, and then I'm going to connect this jump starter and I'm going to jump the motorcycle. So this should work. My motorcycle battery is 100. It has a starting current of 100 amps, and this has a starting current of 150 amps. So it has a peak current of 300 amps, and then you have the input and output voltages, what it can handle. So the average weight of it, the dimensions of it, which is actually, this is about the size of my Android smartphone, and I'll compare that in a little bit. But I'm just going to go through a basic unboxing of this. And this box seems like it's fairly well. It's not a cheap box. It's fairly well designed, so it'll protect this in shipping. It'll take some impact, it seems. So you have a little foam protection that's around the jump starter power bank. So I'm going to set that box there. Taking it out, and it's in this little, this is just a disposable plastic. This isn't something that you would want to reuse. It does have a pouch that you can keep this in. So little instruction book. This instruction book is in English only. So I'm sure, I would guess if they were to ship this to other countries, maybe you can ask for an instruction manual. That I'm not sure. But instruction manual is in English, so we're going to go through that. And I was looking through this earlier. It's actually fairly well written. It provides a lot of detailed instructions on what you can expect, the charging, what the blue dots mean. So if they're flashing, then that means it's at 0%. If there's only one that's lit, then it's 25%. If there's two that's lit, then it's at 50% charge, that's what this is at right now. If three of these dots are lit, then it's 75%, and then if four are lit, then that's 100%. You also have a flashlight. I can move this out of the way. It says daytime here. It's not really very dark where I'm recording this video, but as you can see, the flashlight it's good enough to where you can find something. So it seems like it's yeah. And even when this powers down, the charging circuit, or not the charging circuit, but the indicator, the flashlight stays on. So I'm just gonna hold this down, turn the flashlight off. So this seems to stay on about 20 seconds. There's not a way for you to turn it off by pressing this button on the side. So you have to, so once you set it aside, if it's not being used, then it will shut off after about 20 seconds. I was charging my cell phone with it earlier, just testing it out, and you have to turn this on. Let me show that, demonstrate that really quick. Let me unbox the rest of this and get that charging stuff out. So this is that foam. It's a pretty rugged foam construction thing, so that will protect it. The rest of this box out of here, you have a little carry pouch, also has the company name on it. So this is your accessory plug that you would use to charge this, right? If you're going to charge this in your car, you can charge it like this. Also has a micro USB connection there that you can plug in. You plug in a micro USB, same thing you would use to charge your Android smartphone. So you would plug the micro USB in there, plug it in where you charge your phone, and you can charge it that way. But if you want to charge your phone instead, so if you notice, if you just plug this in and you don't turn it on, it's not going to do anything. So I'm just plugging it in. Let me get it off of the preview mode. So if you just plug this in, it's not doing anything, right? You have to turn it on the side by pressing this button. Once you turn that on, you can see my little charge icon lit up. So and this has 50%. So this can probably charge my phone fully, because the battery that's in this thing is, I think, 5,500 milliamp hours, and my cell phone battery it's actually quite large, and it's a 3,000 milliamp. cell phone battery. Some of the smaller cell phones will have around a 2000 milliamp hour battery, which is still, it's more than enough. This provides more than enough. On a full charge, this will give your cell phone, two or three cell phones a full charge, depending on the size of your phone. 6,000, so it's on the front of the box. 6,000 milliamp hours, high capacity battery. So that's the battery that's inside. So that's this. The battery that's inside here, 6,000 milliamp hours. So that's two of my cell phone batteries. So it can charge two of these, and this is a pretty big cell phone. And as you can see, the size of this, let me shut it off. Oh, that's right, I can't shut it off. So to shut it off, you would actually just disconnect. Once I disconnect this, see my charge light went off. Somebody was calling. So once you disconnect the cell phone, you let it sit for a bit, it will shut off automatically. So it's after about 20-25 seconds is when that shuts off. So I'm just going to go through these other connections here. So you can use this, see it just shut off just now. So the micro USB, that's the one I was using to charge my cell phone. And you also have these other ones, these other two. These are, it looks like they're iPhone and iPad. iPhone and iPod. So you can use that to charge those devices. So pretty much whatever your device is, you can charge it. The only thing that you can't charge, it doesn't have the mini USB. So this is micro USB. You can see the same thing that I'm using on my Android cell phone. It doesn't have the other USB it's the same size of this one, but is the rectangular shape. Rectangular, what would that be? So, but that's usually on like Bluetooth devices, like your Bluetooth headset would be that other type of USB device. So you can't use it to charge that unless you have your own adapter. So you have your USB plug, you plug in that USB. Yeah. So this is the jump starter portion of it. Now as you can see, you have your own indicators on the side of this. So you have the red indicator and you have the green indicator. And according to the instructions and according to these words that are here, reverse and correct. Now, in the instructions it tells us that if you connect these backwards, so if I connect this to red and this to black, then it will tell me first, hey, you got them connected backwards, so reverse them. So it'll say that red light will light up. If I have them connected the right way, the green light will light up. So you can do that. You plug that in, and it actually tells you how to the order, the steps on how you connect this. So as you can see, the instructions here on the side of the box says take this, plug it into the jump starter, connect the red clamp to the battery, start the car or motorcycle, sorry. And as I mentioned, I believe I mentioned earlier, you can use this to help jumpstart an almost dead car battery. Now this doesn't provide enough juice to start a fully dead car battery, and this only provides 150 milliamps. And some of the smallest car batteries are not milliamps, 150 amps. And some of the smaller car batteries, they require about 300 cranking amps, something around there, and you would need two of these to do that. Now, I believe this same company makes a car starter that's the same design, but I would imagine it's larger because you can't. I wouldn't imagine something like this being this small. But this is just again, it's the size of my Android cell phone, and it's about twice the thickness too. If you compare the thickness of the two, so it's really about the same size. And this is even a larger Android cell phone. So anyway. But that's that. That's everything that's in the box. That's everything that you need to know about the device. The instructions are pretty detailed on how you use each one of the things, how you want to charge your cell phone, and it even has the charge time on this. It says it takes about 2 hours for a full charge on this. So I'm going to plug this in and I'm going to give it a full charge. And then I'm going to take this downstairs. I'm going to set up my camera, put it on time lapse and just completely drain my battery. Just turn the ignition on my bike and just let my headlights have the motorcycle off but my key on, and just let my headlights drain the battery. Then I will plug this in and we're gonna watch it in action. Hey guys, I'm out of my motorcycle, and as you can see, as you just saw, I completely killed my battery. To show, turn it on. I do hear one of the relays just barely click, but it's not enough. It's dead, completely dead. My headlights do work. You saw that in the little time-lapse video. So, turning my key off right now. And one thing I do want to note that was really cool, I was able to carry my tools down here to get my seat off with the jump starter in my pocket, which I still have it in my pocket. That's awesome. I didn't think about that yesterday when I was making the review, but it literally fits in your pocket. So anyway, I'm going to connect this. So the way the instructions are saying, I'm just going to follow what they're saying word for word, right? So we connect this to the battery. Okay, so it just beeped when I did that. Try this with one hand. Now it also said, and I'm going to do this with risk because I'm hoping nothing happens, but if you connect backwards, which I'm kind of afraid to do this, but the instructions said that you can do it and there's a light that's going to come on. So don't spark. Don't spark. Oh, come on. Clip. Clip, man. Clip. And just like it said, it would beep and the red light would come on saying that it's reversed. So that's nice. So you can do this in the dark. You can, I mean, if you can't see anything, you can just, like, you can literally just put these anywhere. This is gonna beep if you have them on wrong. So I'm gonna put them on right this time because you know what? That's what they deserve. It's not this clamp it's my battery terminals. I'm trying to clip them on. I'm hoping I have a good enough connection. Okay, so the instructions also said if it beeps like that, if there's a solid green light, then what you have is you have a good connection and it's ready for you to jump the bike or to help jump the car. If you have a green blinking light and it's beeping, then what you have to do is you have to press this boost button and you have to wait about 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to try it with my key because, you know what, I'm on the side of the road. This is the only thing I have. So I press that and it says I wait about 30 seconds. Or sorry, no, it said jump the bike within 30 seconds. So turn the key. My headlights are on now. Look at that. Kickstand's down and the I think I'll have to do it again. Alright, so I waited longer than 30 seconds. I'm trying to do this with one hand. I need a tripod. Alright, so that's there. Look at that. Gauges are up. Okay. Put it in neutral really quick before 30 seconds. Neutral, neutral, neutral. No. Oh. Gotta love carburetors. Look at that. Now the instructions also said to disconnect this after it's done, but This is honestly pretty cool. It's a jump starter that I could fit in my pocket. And I should have mentioned that earlier on in the video, but I didn't even think about it until I had to carry down tools and things like that earlier. So this will work on anything that's 12 volts. Be sure that you don't have a 6-volt battery. Some older Volkswagens are 6-volt batteries. Mopeds are 6-volt batteries, a lot of them. So I just thought about that because the moped just drove by. So watch out that you're not using this on a 6-volt battery. Use it on 12-volt batteries. And you can use it on a car, but you can use it more of as a booster on a car. So one thing you do want to do is you want to keep this running. Whenever you jump it, it's not fully charged. The bikes, this isn't going to fully charge. I mean, it probably could fully charge the bike's battery, but it's not designed to. And right now it's a little warm just from starting the bike. So what you want to do is you actually want to let the bike run, let it charge itself. It has its own charging system that's running off of the engine. So the engine's spinning, that's charging the bike. So this is really cool though. I actually do like this thing. I'm definitely holding on to it. I'm definitely keeping it at a full charge. So I'll probably plug it in my car and just leave it, let it stay charged. But anyway, sorry for fumbling around with the camera, trying to do it with one hand. I guess that shows that you can do it with one hand really, if you have to. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and man, buy one of these things, because you can keep it in your pocket, you can keep it in your glove box, you can keep it in your pocket, and you could probably fit it under your seat. So if you have room under your seat. Anyway, man, I'm impressed by this thing. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and God bless.